Well, hello and welcome back to yet another interesting session of Gato 2020. This third edition of the flagship IMI event is brought to you with the help and support of our partners AppsFlyer, InMobi, Unreal Engine, Mobile Premier League, Macintosh, Asian Institute of Design, VR AR Association, and RedSeer. For this session, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Manish Agarwal, CEO of Nazara Technologies, for his keynote address. Agarwal, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Uh, Guys, first of all, thanks to IMA for having me here. And it's been a pleasure to work with Shubho and Otpal, Bhanu, everyone. And today I'm going to not really give you about the prediction of the market. I'm not going to talk about what drives gaming. But I think Gato as a platform, which we have been working together, is a really great opportunity for us to come together as an industry and then figure out what are the key challenges and key areas which we want to highlight, which we want to work together, besides really celebrating the key notable achievements from the community, from the fraternity itself. Uh, what I wanted to cover today is that I truly believe that gaming is one of those sectors which has really now got acceleration and it's going to go places. Uh, Whether one likes it or not likes it, this is a rocket ship which is really which is taken off, but will further accelerate in coming years with all the macro drivers in being in place. The onus is on us, all of us, to really figure out how do we make most of it and make most of it collectively as well as individually for all of us who are part and parcel of this industry, very small nascent industry. And I thought, let me kind of put together my thoughts on what I believe is the opportunity and what can be done um, in conjunction with the government to really unshackle this industry and really let it achieve the potential which it have. I put together a few slides. Uh, I've been working with IMAI, Wiki, CII, multiple formats so that we have one common thing in alignment. And then from different interactions with the policymakers, we could really deliver the same message. So I would like to kind of share some of my thoughts. These are my personal thoughts. They are not reflection of the Nazara as a company. They are not representative of Nazara's official point of view. I just want to caveat that right in the beginning. And without much ado, I will kind of just share a presentation which I've created um, today for the audience. Um, so what I wanted to create is I wanted to create a very simple thing that can gaming really become a massive opportunity for employment in India? And can gaming really become a great source of exchequer revenues for the government in India? Because those are the two very, very important things. While gaming is purely entertainment, and it's the cheapest form of entertainment because you don't have to really pay for playing a game. It's free. But the opportunity which the consumer behavior within gaming present itself are amazing and massive, and which is where if we are able to kind of tackle the two things which really are material to the policymakers and the things which are material to the industry, and they are both same, they are not different. And how do we really create that? There's some framework which I will kind of take you through. But before that, some of you are familiar, most of you are familiar that what I spoke about, this is really going to grow. Number of gamers are almost touching 360 million. They have crossed. They are going to be almost 400 million. Uh, Number of downloads, we are the largest country, almost largest country in the world in terms of game downloads. All the macro factors of smartphones, data, the pricing of data, delivered speeds, is pointing that this growth of number of gamers is going to be very, very fascinating, right? Uh, if you were to look at, I've created some bit of comparative because I believe and I've been in gaming industry for last 10, 12 years, and I've been avidly following the growth of gaming market across the world, and particularly fascinated with the growth which has been witnessed in China in last decade, not last year. And if you see some of those comparisons, they're very stark. Uh, Look at the growth from 2002 to 2013 and 12-13 to 2020 for the China market. And then you look at some of the indicators where India is today, you would see that broadly we are 7-8 years behind. Whether you want to take on the gaming expenditure or number of Gen Z millennials or gamers or the revenue of the gaming market or the live stream viewers. So all of those factors, if you see, we are broadly somewhere in the vicinity of 2012, 2013 kind of thing where China was. And with all the macros which I spoke earlier, I believe that the same kind of growth trajectory we would be able to see in India market, what China saw in the last decade. But that's not going to happen on its own. It will need some kind of cohesive thought process working together with everyone ecosystem, including the policymakers, to really kind of deliver. And what I truly believe that with the talent pool which we have in India, with the kind of more and more high quality developers coming out of India, why shouldn't India really be able to create and build global gaming brands? When countries like Finland, very small population, when countries like South Korea, very small population, are able to fire the imagination of gamers around the world. As a country, we have all the raw material present to us. We are learning fast, and it's manifested from roughly around 5-6 years back. We had 40-50 game studios. Today, we have over 400 game studios. The quality of gaming studios is improved. There are many studios which are built in India, global brands. So I think that's the opportunity and the soft power which gaming really offers, which India could really capitalize, not just from the perspective of building our soft IP, but also from a revenue creation point of view. We all know the kind of revenues that PUBG had and Supercell has had and Rovio has had. So the massive opportunity kind of really exists. And the beauty is we have the best of both the worlds. We have the talent which can build global games and target global audience. Plus, we have a large domestic market. Unlike some of the countries which I spoke about, we have a very, very large domestic market. So the opportunity for build in India for India or build global brands from India, both opportunities really exist. And that's directly manifests itself into the jobs and into revenues. I truly believe in next 5 years, this industry could create 10 lakh jobs and could create a net addition to exchequer of 10 lakh crores. And these are not the numbers which have been plucked out of thin air, but once you kind of really look at gaming and gamification and all the services which really make a game tick, can India become the hub for gaming? What we have seen in past, both from a gaming product point of view, gaming IPs, as well as gaming services and gaming gamification. So I believe that's where India's opportunity lies. A massive amount of opportunity to acknowledge India as a global gaming house, generate substantial amount of revenues for the exchequer and contribute back to the whole society. Build Indian IPs. I truly believe for us to do ARI, we need to be self-reliant, which means we need to really have a large talent pool, supply side pool of people who could really contribute across spectrum of gaming, and that will generate employability and employment at scale. Both of that is going to really happen, which is the framework which we are discussing with various functions in the government. And I would like to kind of this session is more a sharing of the thought process, also soliciting feedback from the fraternity as we move further on evolving an enabling framework for the vision of 10 lakh jobs and 10 lakh crores revenue creation can happen. Few things which I will touch. I will not touch upon all the 10 items today. The time is short. But some of the items which are very close to me, which I believe are fundamental enablers, I will touch on the enablers. While the themes are very, very clear, which I spoke about, how do we create original content? How do we make India a hub for global game development? How do we make India really have a local publishers of scale